and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this day so far. Today I wanted to talk about motivation because it was a question that I get asked quite a lot on my PT page. Some of you may know I am a fitness coach, an online health and fitness coach, as well as a personal trainer in my studio. So I help people a lot with setting goals, achieving their goals when it comes to health and fitness, but it's also really important to have motivation in general for everything in life. So I'm going to touch on the whole motivation thing to do with your life and health and fitness as well, because that's what's relevant to my industry and that's what I know most about. So motivation, and how do I stay motivated? This is the most common question I get asked a lot, and it was one of my questions I was asked when I put up a question poll as to what people wanted me to talk about. So I'm a very motivated person, and I wasn't given this motivation. I didn't one day wake up and go, woohoo, I'm motivated now and I'm motivated to take on the world. I have created motivation through creating good habits. So creating good habits is my number one tip to staying motivated and creating motivation. You have to create these good habits, and once they become your norm and you're consistent with those habits, it just automatically happens, and you don't magically get, given this array of motivation. It just starts happening and you continue to do it. I mean, sometimes I feel so tired that I can't be bothered washing my face or brushing my teeth, but I do it anyway because it's A, a habit, B, it's personal hygiene, and you have to do it. It's like with exercise. If you start setting yourself some realistic goals around committing to exercise and you continue to do it for 6 months consistently, it becomes a habit and you don't even have to think about it anymore. So my point being is you don't get given motivation, it's something you have to create. So by creating some good habits, you might start to have natural motivation around doing those things that you want to do more. For example, if you want to start exercising more, you might commit yourself to 3 sessions a week, which brings me to my next tip for staying motivated is setting realistic goals. So back to the whole 3 sessions a week thing. My realistic goal is I want to achieve 3 sessions a week, and I know that by doing those 3 sessions a week, and they may only be 45-minute sessions, that's bugger all time in your whole entire week that you have to dedicate to exercise, that I'm going to stick to it because A, it's realistic, B, it's only going to be 45 minutes, C, I can make it work because it's only 3 sessions, and the more consistent I am with doing those 3 sessions in a week, the more consistent I'm going to be with doing it in general. And then 6 months goes by, you've done 3 sessions a week for 6 months consistently, it becomes part of your normal daily routine, your normal weekly routine. It becomes part of your lifestyle, and therefore you've created those new habits, therefore you have motivation to exercise. Once you start achieving those goals, you may start to set yourself some more goals where you do 4 sessions a week, but don't try and take on too much, which brings me to my next tip on don't overcommit yourself. Some of us love to take on lots of tasks and we thrive off being busy, and it works for some of us, and that's great, but not everyone ticks like that. So if you find that by overwhelming yourself with too much to do is going to just kick your motivation altogether, then just start decluttering your I want my goal list, and like I said before, start being more realistic with what you can manage and what you can do. Don't try and say, okay, I want to do boxing, I want to start going to the gym, I want to be a professional fighter, I want to start playing netball professionally, but I haven't played for 5 years, I better start training. Don't try and cram all these things into one year or a time period. Just be a little bit more realistic and really come down to your why, which brings me to my next tip is know your why. Why are you doing it? Why is it important? If you don't know your why, you're not going to be motivated to continue on doing what you want to do. So if you want to lose 5 kilos and you don't really have a reason as to why you want to lose 5 kilos, the idea of losing 5 kilos just sounds good to you, then you're probably not going to be motivated to stick to it. But you need to have a strong connection with that why, which brings me to the want, which is my next tip, is know why you want it. Back in primary school, you get taught these things where you need to know what why means, what means, what where means, and you apply that to your English and blah blah blah, whatever. I don't remember the exact curriculum, but they actually are relevant in everyday life. You need to know your why, you need to know your what. So what is your reasoning for losing 5 kilos, or what is your reason for starting that online business, or what is that reason for you wanting to sign up to acting classes? You need to know why and the what. They're really, really important. Also, another thing you want to make sure that you're doing is making sure that these things are measurable, which brings me to my next tip is, are they measurable? Are they realistic? So measurable meaning like how can you measure the time frame that you're going to be able to achieve these things in. So for example, my goal is I want to lose 5 kilos. Why? Because I want to feel more energized, and I know that if I lost 5 kilos I would feel better about myself, I would build confidence. The what is because I have children and I have businesses and I want to be able to thrive and be more energized. So you've just got to be realistic and then measure that goal. So I want to be able to do this in a 6-month time frame. I'm being realistic with my time as well, because I know that I'm very busy and this is something new to my lifestyle. So adding in 3 sessions a week might take me some time to get into it. But once I start getting into that routine, then it becomes my norm and I'm motivated to do it, because I'm motivated to brush my teeth, I'm motivated to brush my hair, I'm motivated to put makeup on every day. Now I'm motivated to exercise 3 times a week because it's part of my reality. Do you see where I'm going with this? You can't read a ton of books and then all of a sudden, once you've finished reading each chapter or finished reading each book, you're suddenly flooded with motivation. No, you need to create it for yourself by doing these things that I'm talking about. So, like we have all these amazing books out on the market that we can read, and they can give us motivation and they can give us insights as to what we need to do in order to achieve things or move up in life or move the needle or whatever. But if you're not taking action and you're not actually realistically doing anything with that information, then those books mean sweet F all. They really do. Take this advice and use it. Don't just listen to me blabble on about how you can stay motivated. Actually start implementing it into your everyday life, and amazing things are going to start to happen and you're going to start to see change. If you're consistent, you're motivated naturally. I mean, some days I wake up and I'm like, I really don't want to work out, or I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But then if I didn't do it, then I wouldn't be fulfilling my purpose. Even though I think that sometimes, because it's part of my normal routine and it's part of my reality and I've created those habits, I just get up and do it anyway. When I first started the idea of making videos and going on YouTube because I love doing it, the thought of actually getting all the gear and setting up made me feel so overwhelmed that I just didn't want to do it. But I started creating little habits every day that I could implement that would help me to be more motivated and be more successful and be more consistent with doing this. So it's just about creating those little habits that are going to help you to create the overall picture. Now before I go, I have 2 more things I want to talk about in regards to staying motivated, and that is to be a planner. You've got to plan. You've got to make plans. You can't find motivation to do these things by running on sheer hope and dreams and remembering it all in your brain, because you need to actually have a plan. So having planning templates, using a diary, using a wall planner. I mean, if you've seen one of my Come Plan With Me videos, which I will link in the description box below, you'll see that I am quite a planner and I plan everything out. I plan my workouts, I plan my sessions, I plan the stuff that I do around my YouTube goals, my acting goals, everything that I want to achieve, I make a plan for. I even make a plan for our food. So I have an idea in my head what I want to do, and then I write it down, because I believe in writing things down is embedded in your brain more. I write down what I want to do, and then it gets done most of the time. And I personally love ticking off lists once I've done them. So if I've written in my diary, my food diary, for example, what we're going to be having for dinner, and we've done it consistently and I've ticked it off, I feel so good because I know that I've stuck to something and I can do it. If you stick to something, you've proven to yourself that you can do anything, really. Make a plan. Start being a planner. It will really help with your motivation. And my last thing before I go is organize yourself better. Be more organized. There is research out there proven that our brains like to feel decluttered, and we thrive and work better in a decluttered environment. So if you're living in a messy house, if you're driving in a messy car, and I'm sometimes guilty of this, what happens when you have a toddler and you give them food in your car, it gets a little messy, but I'm working on it. Be more organized. Start living in a decluttered environment with your stuff, and not just your stuff, but the people you hang around with and just everything. Declutter. You feel so much better, and when you're in a decluttered and organized environment, you will work better, you will have a better mindset, your headspace is better, you're more motivated to do things because everything is just nice and clean and tidy and organized. So I hope these little tips have helped you in somewhat way with creating motivation and staying motivated. I hope that what you've got from this is that there is no magic pill, there is no magic book in order to be motivated. There is no person that you can go listen to and be motivated from to continue doing everything you need to do for the rest of your life. You can't go listen to Tony Robbins and he's amazing and then walk out of that room and be like, my life has changed forever, all of a sudden I'm motivated. No, you need to take what Tony Robbins says take action and implement it into your everyday life, and things will start happening for you. The only person that can create motivation is you. The only person that is going to be motivated to do the things you want to do is you. No one else, nothing else, it's just all you. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked my tips on how to create motivation and how to stay motivated. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell because I upload new videos once every week. Sometimes more if I can, but once a week at the moment. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to also share this video with someone who you think needs a little bit of push or a little bit of motivation themselves in order to create motivation. Sometimes we need to hear the truth because it gives us a bit of a wake-up call. I love hearing it myself from people that I follow and people that mentor me and people I look up to. So I will share everything I learn with you just to help you as well. Because I love sharing everything that I learn because I want to be able to help you as well. Take care and I will see you in my next video.